another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making sandwiches, but they are something different. My mom started making these and we all grew up having them, and they're just excellent sandwiches. So in this recipe, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the ingredients first. So there's going to be two things that we're going to do. We're going to make a coleslaw, and then we're also going to take shredded meat. And you can see a video. I have a video on that, how to prepare the shredded meat, and I had it frozen here. So I had put shredded meat, and I had put my date on there, so I had that ready for this recipe. And if you have the meat, it gets it goes so fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using the shredded meat, but we're also going to be putting it in spices. So it's not going to be like a bland sandwich. It's really going to be a tasty sandwich. And then for the coleslaw, you can opt to add the sugar in there or not, but I just make the coleslaw the way you would regularly make the coleslaw, and then we just add it to the sandwich. So let's go ahead and review all our ingredients. We're going to be using about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then when the olive oil gets warm, I'm just going to turn my stove on so we can get the pot nice and hot. And then here what I have is I've got fresh garlic and ginger. I've got some mustard seeds, whole mustard seeds. I've got cumin, whole cumin. I've got some green chutney. Now the green chutney is just jalapenos and coriander that is grinded with some lemon, some vinegar, and some citric acid to give it shelf life or fridge life. I've got some turmeric here. I've got some curry leaves here, and you don't need to have so many, but I just love the taste of curry leaves. So you can, with any of these ingredients here, you can basically take out or add your own tastes. We also are going to be using chili paste. And it's sambal. You can get it at any Asian store. You can also use the one that's in the squeeze bottle. It's fine. Or even if you have any other chili sauce at home, go ahead and use that one. That'll be perfectly fine. So that's going to be our meat. This is going to be our meat ingredients. Now for our coleslaw ingredients, we have the coleslaw here, which is ready-made, packaged. And then in here, I'm going to be doing the sugar, the sambal, and then we're going to be putting the half a cup of mayonnaise and half a cup of fat-free sour cream. Now I know my mom does not do the sour cream. The reason I do the sour cream is just because I wanted to cut the fat in half. So what I did was I did use the mayo for us to get that rich taste, but then I also cut back on the mayo and I increased it with the fat-free sour cream to give us the creaminess. So I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in here, and we're going to be doing this in two part. We're going to be doing both these things together. Oh, and I also have some fresh pepper and some salt, sea salt, that we're going to be using. So here we go. Let's get started. First, we're going to do is my oil is really nice and hot here. You can see. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting our mustard seeds in. And we're going to wait for them to crackle. In the meantime, let's continue assembling our coleslaw. Now I have about 2 tablespoons of sugar in here. I'm only going to use half of the sugar first. And then we're going to give it a taste test, and we'll see if we need to add more, and then we can add more in it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the mixture of half sour cream, fat-free sour cream, and half of the mayo. And the mayo that I use, that I like really a lot, is the one that has it's made with olive oil, so it's a bit more healthy for you. So I'm just going to give this a quick toss. And I kind of want the coleslaw to get soft, so it'll be easier for us to put it in the sandwiches. And we're gonna be using these sandwiches, and you can use any, but we're just going to be using regular hamburger buns. And I did forget one of the ingredients, and that was the tomato paste. And we're just going to add just a little bit of tomato paste in there just to give it a rich taste. And I'm going to go ahead and add our sambal in. And again, you can add that per your taste. We don't eat spicy very much at all. So I just added about half a teaspoon in there, just to give it just a little bit of that kick. But like I said, if you like your food spicy, you can even add cayenne or jalapenos, or even use more of the sambal into the marination or the tadka of the meat. So now you can hear that my mustard seeds crackling there. That's perfect. I'm going to give this a quick taste. I think the sugar is perfect. I'm not going to add any more sugar in there, but I am going to add some black pepper in there. Okay. So I got all my stuff cleaned up here, and I have got sandwiches to assemble. I've already cheated and started assembling some beforehand. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how this is going to look. So you're going to have the coleslaw filling on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the meat mixture on top of that. And we're going to close it up, and I'm going to do one more to show you. And these are really, really good for sandwiches, school sandwiches, or even a brunch treat. Okay, and you know, this always depends on how much meat you want to put on there or how much coleslaw you want to put on there, so it's basically your call. I'm gonna have some. There we go. So our sandwiches are ready, and I'm dying to do a taste test for you. So let me clear all this here. And let's give this a quick taste. I'm sorry guys, I'm really enjoying this. Amazing sandwiches. The crispy coleslaw has a little bit of a sweet taste in it, and it's crunchy. And then the salty taste of the beef just brings everything together. So here you go, folks. Beef and coleslaw sandwiches. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great recipe. See you then, folks.